Hello everyone and welcome back to another Pony&Wolf Productions video. My name is Visual Pony and today we're reading the stories Increasingly Escalating Food Fight by Space Pony. And also that I don't think we have featured on here before, but the image for this story is a pile of potatoes. I like potatoes, so there you go. Anyhow, as always, there's an amazing list of those amazing people who keep donating to our channel and to give us actually a food budget. So, here is this list, and if you want to be on that list, then there are links down below with our Patreon, one-time donation links, merch store. But you can also become a channel member here on YouTube if you don't want to support us on Patreon, or give us a super thanks as a one-time thanks for this particular video. All those buttons are below this video. Also, our cat, say hello, thank you, and yeah, let's get into the meat of the story because I am annoying myself right now. It's dangerously delicious. Hey, Twily! Shouted Shining Armor. Let's have a snowball fight! But brother, she replied, it's the middle of summer. Snow doesn't grow in the summer. Oh, I forgot about that. My bad. They both stood in silence for a while, watching the crowds move to and fro about their business. After a while, Shining Armor broke the stillness. Now what? I don't know. I guess we could stand here and wait for winter to come. Good idea. Let's do that. So they stood, waiting for winter. They just stood, staring into the distance. The citizens of Canterlot happily trotted about, carrying on with their lives. Street vendors peddled apples as fashion designers idled with movie stars, and drunken street performers regressed deeper into depression. All while Twilight Sparkle and Shining Armor stood and waited for winter. This was how it was for about 6 hours. The sun is going down. Yes, it is. 164 days left. Yep. Shining Armor shuffled his hooves. This is boring. Can't we just make snow? We aren't Pegasi, his sister replied. But we are unicorns, the master race. True. You gonna give it a try? Shining Armor concentrated on the magic in his horn. He focused on everything he knew about snow. It's white, soft, and malleable. He focused and concentrated, and concentrated and focused. And focus concentrated until finally, poof! A white ball appeared in the air and dropped to the ground with a splat. It doesn't exactly look like snow. Twilight walked towards the object. Did I mess up? Her brother asked. Twilight looked down at the blob on the ground, sniffed it, and then ran her tongue along its length. Mashed potatoes, she said. You made mashed potatoes. Well, I was close. Not really. Twilight lifted the ball of potatoes and turned it over with her magic, inspecting it. Then a mischievous idea formed in her head. Hey, Shining Armor, come here. What is it? Did you say... Wow! Ah! You got potatoes in my face! He exclaimed as Twilight burst out in laughter and began to roll on the ground. Oh, it's on, he said. Bring it, brother! Shining Armor assumed a charging stance as Twilight Sparkle backflipped behind a nearby bale of hay. You can't hide from me! Twilight didn't know what was happening, but she could see the glow of her brother's magic and hear a whole bunch of poofing. She decided to risk a peek over the hay. Bam, bam, splat, whap, bam, bam, whap, splat. Oh, no, you didn't! Oh, yes, I did, he replied. Well, I've got some magic too. Take this! Potato power! She clapped her hoofs together and brought them down on the ground for dramatic effect. Then she conjured the largest potato in existence. The one that to this day holds 3 world records, and dropped it. Wham! The potato hit empty ground. Shining Armor had dodged to one side and avoided the giant tuber, which was now rolling down the street, taking a good section of the surrounding landscape with it. After that, the stallion turned to face his sister, not to scold her for almost crushing the life out of him, but to retaliate. In an instant, there were 800 balls of mashed potatoes floating in the air, and in the next they were hurtling towards Twilight at bullet speed.
Ha! That won't work!
The filly shouted. She jumped in the air and did a somersault, unnecessarily, and conjured herself a tennis racket.
Better up!
Whap, smack, bam, bam, splat, ba-dam! The barrage had evolved into a steady stream of mashed starches, and Twilight Sparkle wasn't blocking a single blow.
I completely forgot tennis rackets have holes in them!
She waved her useless shield around, uselessly, until she could no longer move due to being buried in potatoes. Ready to forfeit? He asked.
Never!
Twilight exploded from the mass of potatoes, wielding in her hoofs a giant stalk of celery that sliced at her brother with. Shining Armor was prepared for this though, and he blocked with a loaf of French bread. There they stood, adorably, on two legs, weapons locked and staring into each other's eyes, each trying to dominate the other with sheer strength. Given enough time, Shining Armor would probably have prevailed, but his bread was soft, and it gave way to the power of the celery. All hail almighty celery! Unarmed and exposed, Shining Armor executed a judo flip and took cover in a bush.
Oh no you don't!
Yelled Twilight. I think I do, replied her brother. Take this! The blue and white of the stallion emerged from the shrub, swinging a Gatling gun to his hip, and unleashed hell. Eat carrots! He screamed and let loose a deadly volley of vegetables towards his sister.
Ha!
Screamed Twilight.
I've got a ping-pong paddle this time!
And ping-pong she did. With a ping and pong, she skillfully swatted aside each and every tasty treat he sent her way. Blast! You've learned your lesson! I'm gonna have to change my tactics!
Hey, Shining Armor, turn around!
What? Whack! Apples, motherfucker!
Watch your mouth, little filly!
Or what? Corn. Corn it was too. He stuffed her face so full of corn she could hardly breathe, but at the same time she couldn't swear. Take that! Purity over pain. Oh, hell no. Corn directly in the face? Two can play dirty. She spat away the disgusting shucks and ripped a wheel of cheese out of thin air and wheeled into reality. What are you gonna do with that? Make soup? Taunted Shining Armor. He wasn't very good at taunting.
No,
she replied.
I'm gonna end you.
She hoisted the cheese high above her head and it doubled in size, and doubled again and again, and then quadrupled in size, and then shrank by 3%. And then its overall mass was multiplied by 7.28, and she let it loose.
That's this one, big brother!
And she let it fly. He braced himself and summoned his magic. I don't have to dodge it, I can— ah! Slam. Direct hit.
You dead? Shining Armor, you dead?
The cheese wheel rolled through the streets, following the path of the potato and cleaning up whatever its predecessor had missed. Shining Armor was nowhere to be seen.
Brother?
Silence. Her brother was nowhere in sight. Twilight found herself all alone in the dark streets of Canterlot.
But brother?
No response.
Did I kill him?
Twilight felt tears begin to well behind her eyes. Was this the end? No, it couldn't be. It's not fair. You can't take him away. Whap. What was that? Whap, whap. Muffins. It seems the hunt is still on. Delicious. Author's note. This is what I do instead of homework.
It is once again time for comment time with me, Luna, the comment kitty. Like and subscribe so that my can openers can buy me more amazing toys and treats. Sometimes I allow them to buy some food and stuff for themselves too, but only after I had my own share first. Also don't forget the merch store and the Patreon in the description down below. That way you can get stuff earlier or support the channel and get amazing merchandise. I wish I had the ability to conjure food out of thin air. All the tuna, just for Luna. Now go away, there is our pets with my name on it.